Pyramid pose is a forward bending posture that helps you to stretch your hips, your spine, your hamstrings, and your calves. Also helps to strengthen your legs, your core, and your spine. So let's do it together. For this pose, I have 2 blocks I'm going to have right in front of me. And then when we do the lower version, if you need some extra padding underneath your knee, you can have a folded blanket, which I'll show you in a minute. So for pyramid pose, we start in a mountain pose, a standing posture, nice and straight. We separate our feet out, so hip width on the feet, hands to the hips, and then we just step back. So from this position, the toes of the left foot are facing the side wall. The right foot is at an angle. So think about this right thigh bone spiraling inward and the left thigh bone spiraling outward. So hands on the hips helps to redirect you. So you remember the hips are going square. So you might need to adjust your feet either further or closer together depending on your physique. Imagine that you have a bar right here at your hips. So what I want you to do is take a breath in. And imagine there's a bar there and take your heart up and over that bar. So we're coming into a relatively flat back. This is where the blocks come in handy on either side of your front foot. Of course, if you don't need the blocks, your hands can come down to the floor. The blocks are really just an extension of your hands. Okay, so when you're in the pose, think about the left hip bone drawing in and back. All right, so what happens usually is the bottom wants to kind of sway over to the side. So draw the left hip in and back. If the left leg is slightly bent, that's okay. All right, so think about pressing down through the left big toe. So really gripping the mat. Trying to spread the mat apart with your feet is a good way to help engage the legs. All right, so reaching forward with the crown of your head. And there's your pose. Soften into the knees. And you can come up like this. Or another good way is to come into a side wide open angle here. So bringing the blocks with you as you go and then coming over to the other side. See how I'm turning my feet also. So again, starting here in the upright position, spread your feet apart so you're not standing on a balance beam. Take a breath and then get the legs engaged. So the back leg is coming forward. The back thigh bone is spiraling inward, and then the front on the other side is spiraling outward. So up and over the bar with a big breath, and then just coming down for support, either on the floor or on your blocks. You could also have a chair right here in front of you if you needed that. So here's your other option, if this is just a bit too much for you, is to pick up the back knee and then bring it down to the mat. If you want extra padding, blanket underneath that knee. So I'm going to have to walk this front foot forward a little bit to get that same kind of stretch. But you see how the position is relatively the same? Reaching the crown of the head forward, lengthening out the spine, breathing, and just letting gravity take hold here. So big stretch in the back of your leg. Tuck your back toe. Walk your feet to the sides to come out of it. Bend your knees with the toes out. See, my toes are going out. And then just climb up. Straighten into your knees. And there's your pyramid pose. Good job, everybody.